Hello Cancer, this is Inspire 2016 with your weekly tarot reading for the week commencing the 24th of July until the 31st of July 2023. The first card for you is representing, how do you feel about yourself? Your card is the Nine of Swords. Your experience of the world is greatly influenced by your expectations, desires, and fears, and therefore you are largely the creator of your own world, and your attitudes determine how you experience that world. The Nine of Swords can also reflect fear of the future, or what may possibly happen in the future. If you allow yourself to be bound by fear of the future, you are at risk of eventually creating a negative reality for yourself by virtue of your expectations. Your nightmare becomes your self-fulfilling prophecy, which is clearly not a desirable outcome. Generally, this card is an indication that you are worrying excessively about a situation. You are literally being kept up at night because you are so anxious about a particular issue. It is possible you are working yourself up unnecessarily, and, if you were to look at the situation more objectively, you may come to realize that it is not as bad as you are making it out to be. In fact, all that worry and despair is what is making it worse, so rather than fretting about it, do something to change it. Although most people experience fear, frustration and uncertainty at some point in their lives, you should not allow those negative emotions to immobilize you or keep you from pursuing your goals with enthusiasm and hope. Expect at least some level of uncertainty in the future, and draw upon your inner strength to remain as flexible and adaptable to that uncertainty as possible. The Nine of Swords can also indicate that you are being incredibly hard on yourself, putting yourself down or engaging in negative self-talk. For every mistake you make, you blame yourself and become worked up and angry at yourself for messing up again. So, ask yourself why you are being so hard on yourself. How are you putting yourself down, or what is the source of your depression? What can you do to make yourself feel better? The second card for you is representing, what do you want most right now? Your card is the Nine of Wands. What do you want most right now is achieving success and overcoming challenges. You are so close to completing a particular project or task, but at the last minute, you are faced with yet another challenge or setback. Know that you have the inner resources necessary to overcome any difficulty you encounter, even though it may seem impossible at the time. You are so close to finally achieving success. Do not give up now. The Nine of Wands is a sign of hope and encouragement that if you stand firm and strong against your challenges, you will achieve your goal. The challenges before you now are only the last bit of darkness before the break of a wonderful dawn. The Nine of Wands is like the one last test or challenge before you can reach ultimate success. You feel as if you have come to the end of your fighting powers, but you have the skill and determination in reserve. You are in a position of strength, and by drawing upon all of your courage and abilities, you will prevail. Once the last obstacle is overcome, you are home free. The Nine of Wands encourages you to be resilient. You will continue to be opposed by hidden enemies, and your interests will be questioned. Even in the face of such adversity, when you are feeling battered and bruised, you need to be patient and vigilant. Be assured that you will eventually prosper if you maintain your position. And remember, if you do not succeed at first, then try again. You may have experienced setbacks that now leave you feeling distrustful of others or even yourself. The turning point will come when you are able to leave the past behind you and to cultivate a more open mind about the future. While you have experienced losses in the past, it does not mean that you have to experience further losses in the future. Turn a new leaf and push on. Sometimes, The Nine of Wands encourages a risk-averse approach. You need to expect the worst and therefore take extra precautions to avoid any negative consequences to your plans. You need to be on guard and wary of any potential obstacles or opponents who may stand in your way. The third card for you is representing your fears. Your card is the Six of Swords. You are afraid to move on from the past and make the important transition that you know you need to make. You are trying to physically and mentally move from any past experiences which you know that have not been helping you. However, it is clear that you are experiencing some challenges in doing this, and no matter how hard you try to leave the past behind you, it keeps catching up with you. It is like there is something pulling you back to where you have come from, rather than allowing you to move on to new territories. What is hard is that there are a lot of unresolved issues from the past, which you had hoped you could just leave behind you, but they keep rearing their ugly head and preventing you from getting to that new place of being that you really want to be. There may also be moments when you doubt whether you are making the right decision in leaving behind your past, but this card gently encourages you forward, reminding you that you are heading towards a better future. Overall, you are also resisting this necessary transition. Perhaps you feel that it has been forced upon you or that you were not included in the decision to move. For example, your partner may be required to relocate for work and you must go along with him/her. What is important is that you look at the benefits of the transition rather than focusing on the drawbacks, so that even if this transition is out of your control, you can at least look forward to something and get some sort of personal value out of it. In terms of your personal relationship, you have not moved on from a past relationship and are carrying a lot of baggage with you. You need to work hard at leaving this behind you, otherwise it will continue to plague your current and future relationships. The fourth card for you is representing what is going for you. Your card is the Queen of Pentacles. You will be able to live independently, with a stable income and with enough time and space to also nurture your family and loved ones. You may be trying to create a better balance between your home and work lives, giving it your all in both domains and trying not to compensate one for the other. At the same time, you are also able to find time to invest in yourself and ensure that you have enough me time in between all of your other commitments. The Queen of Pentacles represents prosperity and security. She suggests that you have worked hard to generate a level of financial or physical security which, in turn, gives you the ability to be generous with others and to share your wealth and prosperity with those you love. You have used your financial prosperity to build a comfortable home environment, and you are focused on investing in your family, as well as your personal wealth. This queen asks you to maintain a compassionate, nurturing, practical and down-to-earth attitude when it comes to dealing with others and your present circumstances. You need to focus on creating a calm and balanced life for yourself. You need to be resourceful and practical, dealing with issues as they arise and coming up with realistic and simple solutions that fix the problem with minimal fuss. The Queen of Pentacles is also able to find a use for everything in the home, and is very handy and versatile. The fifth card for you is representing what is going against you. Your card is the King of Pentacles. You might be afraid of losing and obsessed with material things, including good food, wine, or sex. These can be fun but can also be taken to an extreme. You can also be very stubborn and traditional about some things, which could be exasperating. You will do anything for money. You can be either a workaholic or an extremely lazy person who expects others to look after you financially. You may care only for your own possessions, and uses other people to gain them. The King of Pentacles can also indicate a male significant figure in your life from the earth signs, who can be highly rigid in his approach. So when this king shows up in a reading, look at your life. Are you feeling stuck in a rut? Having your feet on the ground is a good thing, but everybody needs to lighten up once in a while and stick their heads in the clouds, even if it is just for a breath of fresh air. There is a fear of commitment or a strong desire not to be committed to anyone. You may have thought you met the man of your dreams or your future husband in this person, but you have quickly come to realize that he is not what you are looking for. He may not be as reliable or dependable as initially thought, and instead he has become overly controlling, authoritative and possessive in your relationship with him. Similarly, your partner, who is normally there to provide for you and protect you, may recently be going through a difficult period, and now the tables have turned. Up until now, you have seen him as your rock, someone who is incredibly well established, accomplished, sturdy, stoic, proud and successful. However, now you must be the rock and the firm foundation, supporting your partner while he regains his strength and courage. There may be increased instability and uncertainty over the coming months. In a family relationship, there might be a possibility of familial abuse, particularly through misuse of power, authority, and control. You may be highly disciplinary, rigid, and inflexible, failing to show your love through positive means and only suppressing the spirit of others. The last card for you is representing the likely outcome that you may have. Your card is the Seven of Cups. Although dreaming is beautiful and provides inspiration for action, you must at some point begin to build those castles in your real life. A choice must be made, even though the apparent multiplicity of options seems to paralyze you with either fear or excessive anticipation. If you are unable to make a decision because of too many options, it is time to carefully evaluate the pros and cons of each option and make a thoughtful choice. You also need to be very clear about what it is you are working towards so that you can make the best choice. Make your decision with caution, as all is not what it seems to be. Great opportunities may turn out to be major problems later on, while less enticing options may turn out to be golden opportunities. With the Seven of Cups, there is a risk of illusion. You need to separate what is real from what is illusion. Protect yourself against unclear or wishful thinking and habitual daydreaming. Oftentimes, this card shows choices and plans that have little or no basis in reality. With so many choices presented to you, it is easy to be swayed to that cup containing the snake of jealousy and cunning. Since this card is from the Suit of Cups, the temptation is likely to be sexual or emotional in nature, the one-night stand, the extramarital affair, and all those other things that seem innocent and pleasurable at the time they are undertaken. But in the vast majority of cases, the pleasure gained temporarily is far outweighed by the consequences that last, in most cases, for an entire lifetime. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Balance. The angels are cautioning against making impulsive decisions or moves right now. Instead, take the path of moderation and balance in this situation. You'll experience better results by re-evaluating your current situation and changing your approach. If you acted impulsively in the past, you can heal and rectify things. And if you're considering making dramatic life changes, then this card asks you to approach those changes slowly and methodically. This card asks you to work cooperatively with others, and to see things from their point of view. Compassion and kindness are keys to successfully manifesting your dreams. Forgiveness also brings healing, which allows for new beginnings. Additional meanings of this card: keeping a moderate pace. Cooperation and blended ideas. Self-restraint. Finding the balance between action and contemplation. Waiting for better timing. Archangel Tzadkiel helps you remember who you are in terms of your true spiritual heritage as a child of God. Call upon Tzadkiel to increase your self-esteem and feelings of self-worth and deservingness.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.